What's happening, Wisdom Warriors? Back at it for another video. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed the Sunday sermon that I dropped yesterday on YouTube on this channel. Hope you had time to look at it. Hope that you got something out of it. Hope that you didn't just watch it out of entertainment purposes, so to speak. So yeah, let's get into it, man. So a little while ago, I essentially broke the fast. So I literally made it 4 days. And to be honest, I'm going to give you a little bit of download or downplay of how it went down, kind of like a daily journaling. And so I basically ended the fast with apples and coconut yogurt and cinnamon on top. And I just figured that was a good thing to finish it off with. I was thinking about soup, but I didn't want to warm my body internally. Wanted to bring some coolness into it. So I did the apples because that's all I seemed to have. I didn't really want to run to the store and get something else. So I went ahead and did that. And with the yogurt and the cinnamon and yeah, I mean, I could have probably continued. I just felt like it was time. I kind of, my intuition, my gut, it was just, okay, you did your thing. You didn't kick and scream like you would have in the past. You definitely grew from it. And I feel like almost like the gradual fast that I've been doing kind of led me up to this point. And I was actually playing around with the idea of doing like every other week, maybe a couple days, like 2 days, and then maybe once a month doing a longer fast. But I think that it's going to be something that I'm somehow going to incorporate in my everyday life. Nothing wrong with it. It's cleansing the body. I'm cleansing the body. And it's interesting because I mentioned it to some people, and their response was, "Oh, I couldn't do that," and it just, it kind of gives me that validation of how strong mentally I am. And you know how I talked about on previous videos that our external world is mirrored from our internal. So what's interesting is about that, and mind you, everything is kind of like backwards, because it's like when I was thinking about this while I was in nature and eating my food earlier, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, what's interesting? Like when I was overweight, I was well over 200 something pounds, maybe even bigger. And people didn't make, at least maybe they didn't say it outright, but I didn't get like comments. Maybe they were thinking it internally and they didn't really say anything. That could be possible, but I damn sure know that when I've been skinny and I've been out in public and in group settings, people would say, "Oh, you need to eat a couple burgers," like, or, "Oh man, if you're gonna fast, you're gonna shrivel up and die." And I'm still here, 4 days in, and I'm still here. And I've recorded a video every single day, kind of giving you a synopsis of what I've been going through. And to be quite honest, it hasn't been that tough. I kind of think that part of why it hasn't is because of these last few years of me slowly, or not even slowly, but having to pull these different foods out of my diet and as time has gone on, I've gone through withdrawals with those different foods. And getting up to this point that I'm at now, uh, you know, um, set the stage and the precedence for me to be at this point to where I don't crave anything. I had the apples, I had the yogurt, I had the cinnamon. Normally, I probably would have wanted more because it's just sweet and, of course, an addiction to sweetness. But honestly, I'm not even thinking about the next time I'm going to have an apple or if I even will. Versus the way it was in the past where I'd have a piece of chocolate or an ice cream. I know that's not, you can't really compare that, but it's still kind of one and the same. I would have an ice cream sandwich, dairy free, of course, and and right away be just craving another one and another one, or a slice of pizza, and I'd want the whole damn pie. Or it'd be rare that I'd save even one piece of it. And by the end of the night, I'd probably eat the whole box of the ice cream sandwiches. So it's a testament to where I've come and how far I've come in mostly every area of my life. And it's been a slow go. It's been a gradual. Uh, it's been gradual, the progress. But as we're in Mercury retrograde, I've been reflecting heavily, especially these last 4 days on this fast, and realized how much willpower and mental discipline I have towards so many things. Like I can walk into the grocery store and just walk right past the candy aisle or the chip aisle and not get the chips I would have craved in the past, or walking past the frozen section or the bakery and literally not like I go through the bakery to get to the hot bar and the deli area, and literally in the past I would have not been able to stop myself from going getting a pack of vegan dairy free chocolate chip cookies. I would have grabbed the whole container and I probably would have been done with it by the end of the day. I mean, and I would have been wanting to get back to the store and get another box. So it's definitely a testament to where I've come and how far I've come and how much I've grown mentally, physically, spiritually, and a big thing that I've had to face throughout this 4 day fast and through Mercury retrograde just starting on Friday was overdoing. And I spoke about it yesterday, and I think on another video, maybe on the Sunday sermon. I can't really remember, to be honest. But I'll mention it again, where 2 different times I experienced I did talk about the blood in the urine. And that way back, I don't even know how many years back it was, that I was overdosing on Tylenol and aspirins. And it caused me to have bleeding in the urine, blood in the urine. And that's what the urologist told me. And then to have it happen again in December of this, well, more or less last year, December. And to realize that it had to do with the antibiotics, but it did tell me to do that on the bottle. But apparently that was still considered overdoing as far as my body went. Then this time it was something else. So what the lesson in this, right? The first time that it happened, it had to do with a pharmaceutical type pill. And then the second time it had to do with another pharmaceutical type pill. And then the third time it had to do with something that was an herb, that was natural, from plants. And yet it occurred from that. So what did I get from that? What did my observations and my awareness and the messages I was getting and the messages the universe wanted to give me and my spirit guides and angels and God and my intuition, all of it, the messages it wanted to give me this time was that no matter what, no matter if it is healthy or it is not healthy, what we consider not healthy. You still have to do it in moderation. You still have to do it with not overdoing. You still have to pay attention to the internal, your intuition, your gut. Like, is this okay for me or is this not? And going back to the antibiotic, that was something that I struggled with. And I spoke about it on videos way back because that was back in December. Uh, I struggled with that intuitively and through my gut. And I kept trying to seek the external, asking people, I don't know what to do. I just keep bouncing back and forth with this. And I even remember going to this natural physician that I see. And I said to her, I really don't know. I really am not really wanting to do this. And funny thing is that this time when I went back to her, she was trying to prescribe me certain things that were pharmaceutical. I said, is that from a pharmacy? And she said, yeah. I said, to be honest with you, I really don't feel resonant. I really don't resonate with that. Is there anything else that you have that you can recommend alternatively? Because I don't feel resonant with that. And she did. She recommended grapefruit extract and some other things. And so I was attempting again back in December to go externally and to find answers externally instead of when I had the answer within already. I was already bouncing back and forth with the intuition saying to me, yeah, I don't know what to do. I really don't, but I'm kind of nervous and scared with my ears, and I don't want to take a chance that there could be a possibility I could lose my hearing. And in actuality, by me taking that, it actually caused more issues that I had to address than just the one that I initially took it for. And I'm not telling you not to take pharmaceuticals. I'm not telling you not to take medicine or go to your doctor or any of that stuff. As I speak numerous times on this channel, I'm not a doctor. I'm giving you my journey and my experience. What you take from it is your choice and your decision to make. You have to decide on your own. I just give you my journey, my experience, and my path, and what I've gone through, and the challenges that I'm up against and going through, and every day, as we all are. And maybe that you can get something from it that will resonate with you or connect with your story or your journey. That is the whole purpose of these videos and my messages that I come through with. And so, yeah, getting back to that and what's at hand is the message I was meant to get from it and learn from it, which I deeply learned. And I learned my lesson, deeply learned it, that to have that awareness, well, am I doing this too much? Am I eating this too much? Am I, giving my energy away too much? Am I too much at the gym? Am I not there enough? Am I not doing enough yoga? Am I doing too little? All these things happen to us where we tip the scale or not tip it enough for us to kind of essentially reevaluate. And that is what we're in with this Mercury retrograde, to reevaluate our past and what we have gone through and the challenges we have faced and why that happened, how that happened, and then to pivot in our future, in our present moment, in maybe a different way or a more positive way, to go forward in a better way, in a more aware way, in a stronger way, and that's what I learned big time from this fast, from the overdoing of the cayenne pepper, from what has occurred physically, that it doesn't matter if it's healthy or it's not. You can still overdo it. And that what most importantly is balance. And which is key in everything you do. Whether it's work, whether it's romance, whether it's food, whether it's your health, whether it's self-love, whether it's taking care of yourself, whether it's taking care of others. It all has to be done in moderation and balance. Otherwise, you will burn yourself out. You will overdo something in your life. You'll overdo eating. You'll overdo, and then the overdue eating can turn into addictions, turn to excessive weight, turn to all kinds of things that occur from it. Not to say that there's not possibly an emotional trauma or a pattern that is underlying under that weight gain or the overeating or the overdoing, or in different areas of our life we could be doing it out of addiction, out of avoidance, out of distraction. There's a lot of different reasons of that for that. It's just it's not that simple. It's everybody's case is different because everybody has gone through a different experience and a different journey in their life. So it totally is different for all of us, and why we're doing these different things and why we're repeating these patterns or these addictions or these distractions or numbing out or whatever the case may be. Like I said, it's different for all of us. And, again, you have to evaluate that. You have to go look within. I'm finding more and more that these physicians in white coats don't really have the answer. We have the answer. Now, that doesn't negate the fact that maybe you need to go get checked out. Maybe they can help you in some aspects or in all your aspects. Again, I'm not a doctor and I'm not telling you what to do. It's your life. You make those choices. I am here just to share my story in hopes that it helps you on your journey. But at the same time, if you feel called by your intuition and gut to go see a doctor, then so be it. Then do it. The fact of the matter is everything you have to take with a grain of salt, and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And that's what I emphasize in every video I make. That I don't want to be responsible for you making different choices in your life. All that I'm here to do is share my story in hopes that it wakes you up in some way. Maybe you will decide to want to fast. Maybe you will decide to change the way you eat or exercise more if you're not doing enough of it. Or maybe you will decide to do things in moderation or in balance and not overdo, through my experience and through my pain that I've gone through. And that's really the hopes for this channel and for me sharing my stories and for bringing the knowledge forward that I feel called to bring forward. I wouldn't be knee deep in over 200 something videos on this channel if I wasn't here to serve you all in a way, and if I hadn't gone through all the things I've gone through, to bring these messages to you all. It's been a journey for me, and it's been a challenging one, to say the least. And like I've said in many other videos, there's not many that would be able to last walking in my shoes. I'm not putting anybody down, and I'm not putting myself on a pedestal or higher in any way. It's not easy to do the things that I've done in my past and currently. It takes a lot of willpower and discipline to give up eating everything and just have water and coconut water, and that's it. And not to say that there's not people out there who have done it. There's plenty of them. And I'm not saying I am a warrior, but I'm not saying that I'm more stronger than some others. We all have God within us, and we all can do these things. It's just a matter of, do you want to and will you? And, are you willing to let go of certain things for certain amount of time? Are you willing to do those things? Are you willing to, go deep within and face challenges and your shadows and your pain and trauma? And, are you willing to do that? Because you doing that is helping to change this planet, this earth that we're all recreating for ourselves this beautiful, beautiful place. And see, the fact of the matter is don't walk around complaining about the external if you're not willing to go within and make those changes. Like, oh, this sucks, why isn't it changing in the external? But are you going within and making those changes within? Because you need to make those changes within in order to see the results in the external. And if you're not willing to do that, then why throw tantrums and complain and bitch about how your external world is or how your life is in general if you're not willing to sacrifice and make these changes in your life? Then don't complain, you know. And I'm not saying you are. I'm saying this generally to the audience and to whoever stumbles upon this and needs to hear the message, because I used to be that person that complained all the time, but then was too scared or too afraid to go within and make these massive sacrifices, because not everybody is ready to just give up eating for 4 days or even a day or 2 days or a week or a month or whatever the case may be, or let go of certain foods that you love, or let go of just addictions that you have been overdoing. It's not easy to do that. And, it takes a lot of, like I said, discipline and willpower and strength. You really have to dig deep, and because of just who you're surrounding yourself with. Maybe they, you know, eat those things and you're around them, and then what happens? You want it too. And they're eating all day long and you're around them. Maybe they're coworkers or, family or whatever the case may be, or whoever you live with. Maybe it takes a lot if you're in a family and you have to cook and then you're not eating. You know what I'm saying? And nobody else is willing to jump on that train with you. So you have to do it all alone, but yet you're smelling the food and you actually have to cook it. It can be very difficult. I know. I've experienced that in many times in my life where I was eating a certain type of way and I had to let go of so many things, but yet I was around others that were eating all those things that I loved so much, but I had to give up. That is super hard. It takes a lot of strength to let go of that and to be around it and to not engage in it. Especially somebody that is a bartender and doesn't drink. You know what I mean? What a challenge that is. But all of these things bring the strength within out and show us how fierce and how much strength we actually do have. And when I heard this person tell me today how they could never do that, I said, well, I've been fasting for like the last 4 days. Just water and coconut. Where you haven't eaten nothing? And I'm like, no. Oh, I couldn't do that. And when I heard that, it made me feel really good. It made me realize how strong I really am. How strong I am. And how powerful and strong and how much strength I actually have, that I can really do anything I put my mind to. That's what it kind of told me, because this shit is not easy. And I don't care if somebody says going to a job for 8 hours, you fast and just drink water and coconut water and tell me that's easy. Okay? And then you compare that to your job for 8 hours. And then to go out and essentially take a walk in nature every morning and do the things I was doing on just water and coconut water and still actually feeling pretty good. The first day, I would venture to say, was probably the toughest because I had a slight headache, but it wasn't like a normal headache. It was, it was just a headache, but it was manageable. And I feel like that was the start, which I kind of noticed it happening the other times I did. So it kind of was just a reminder of, oh yeah, this is like a withdrawal stage that you're going through. And then after that, the next day, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even Monday, I didn't have it anymore. It was completely gone. Yes, I felt weak. Yes, I was hungry at times. Yes, certain times were harder than others. But today actually was really, really good. I could have kept going. Um, so, it just shows me that I can do it and I will do it and that I can accomplish anything I put my mind to and that we are all God. We all have God within us and we all can do it. Um, I urge you though to take precautions and do your research and if you have to do it in stages like I have. There's times I did it years and years ago, so but I hadn't done it in a long time. So I didn't even realize subconsciously I was already preparing myself slowly, doing it in stages. Every other week for 1 or 2 days, and then it built up to me going 4 days. So yeah, I mean, I realize how strong I am and how powerful I am, and we all have God within us, and we all can do whatever we want to do, and create and co-create with the universe. So just pat yourself on the back, man. If you're doing these things that nobody else will do, remember one thing: that if it was so easy, everybody'd be doing it. Okay, if it was so easy to do no-fap, to do semen retention, to fast on water and coconut water, or just even water, or let go of all these addictions, or walk away from people that you've been around your entire life, or all these different things. If it was so easy, everybody'd be doing it. And you'd see more unique people, and you'd see more people that don't follow the norm or go with the norm. That's just think about that. If you have done these things like ice cold showers, they are not easy, man. I have done them, and you feel amazing afterwards. Will the norm do that? No. Will most people do that? No. So, if you have, pat yourself on the back, because you're going against the grain and you're different and you're unique and God picked you special, like me, to walk this path. And, amazing things are coming our way, in all aspects of our life. Because we also came here to indulge and enjoy and to serve and to share our experiences to everyone and help others overcome these difficulties and realize that they can do it too. And that's the premise of this video, to essentially give the message that we have the power, we that we are strong, man. Like hold that value and worth for yourself and say, you know what? I can do it. I can do it all. I can make it on the other side, because I'm a testament to I'm still here, and I'm not shriveled up, and I'm not skin and bones. I made it through, just like I've made it through ice cold showers, and I'm here to tell you that it can be done, and you can do it. And if you feel called to do whatever you feel called to do, just know that you can do it. And that you have a team of angels and spirit guides and God on your side, and you are God. And that these limiting beliefs and these ways of thinking that we've attached ourselves to, that a doctor will tell you, oh, you have this wrong and you're never going to get better. And it's like something that is uncurable. Typically, and most of the time, is BS as far as I'm concerned. And the things that I've overcome, and they've told me that I will never get past, or that's something that you will live with for the rest of your life. Well, I beg to differ, because I've seen it not only within myself but in others, in family members and friends, and just immense amount of things. So just know, if you take away anything from this video, take away that you can do it, and you got this, and you got God within you, just like we all do. and you can overcome any fear or anything that you think that you can't, you can. I love you all so much. Thank you again for continuing to like, subscribe, share, comment. Please share this video out to somebody that needs it and that can help them on their journey and their path. Again, I love you all so much. Thank you again. We're growing this channel. We're sharing these videos out. It's happening, whether anybody likes it or not. We are on a path for just creating this self-empowerment platform where we all can come together and share our stories and help one another and come together, and who knows who you meet in the comments. You know, I love you all so much. Take care. Until next time, from my heart to yours, let's go, Wisdom Warriors. We got this.